So we've just got through our first winter van life here in the UK, and wow, it was very hard. Spring has arrived in the UK, and I haven't got any sunglasses because they got robbed. Livid. What's been the hardest part of van life?
I think being like cooped up all the time, because we can't get too wet or bring wet stuff indoors. So we've been in like a 7-metre box for 4 months. Although we did cheat a bit, and we took a month out and went to the Philippines. So I think that probably saved us from killing each other. But being cooped up in a box, just for my own mental health, but also how that's affected like you and I. It's been very, very hard. How have you felt about being cooped up in a box?
I mean, it's been extremely hard, to be fair. Harder than I thought. I thought, oh yeah, van life, winter will be fine. I mean, we're used to living in quite intense situations, but yeah, winter, van life has definitely been a challenge for us, I'd say.
Ollie's someone that needs solitude. Let's get out the road. Like solo time, so not even just away from not even just apart from us, like he needs to be apart from everyone. And that has just not been able to happen at all. And you found that hard, haven't you?
Yeah, I just need solitude to be by myself. And I think because you can't get out as much, we just haven't given each other enough space, so that's been a real test of our relationship, I think. So yeah,
Still.
And it's something we're still working on now. We're still like having discussions all the time of how we can give each other a bit more space, because it's very intense.
Yeah, it gets to a point, especially because we work together as well. Shh, I'm trying to film a vlog. Where you spend so much time together, it's not necessarily like quality time, but you're in each other's pockets, faces, hands all the time. So actually when you have some time to be together as a couple, get out of the road, it's almost like you don't want to, because you need to breathe, isn't it? So yeah, I say that it's like been hard. I'd be interested to know how other van lifers do it. To be fair, we're not very social either, which I think needs to change a little bit going forward. We're going to get splashed.
Our social life is non-existent, so that doesn't help in us getting out.
But then with the sort of people, like you said, we thought, oh, that winter van life's going to be fine. We'll just get our heads down and crack on with working all the time. But actually, I don't think you can do that 24/7. We have half a Saturday off of working, whichever job it is we're working on. And I think it does drive you a little bit nuts looking at the same 4 walls.
And I think especially in our motorhome as well, because one of the reasons, well, many reasons why we got it, but one of them being it was nice and modern and brand new, but then being that it has very dull colours. So just constantly looking at, what is it, grey, black, and a bit of white and like cream. So
it's not very inspiring.
Hasn't got much character or not very inspiring, especially when we do very creative jobs such as YouTube and music production. You want the creativity juices flowing, and that vibe is not the one for that.
This is one thing I think I've really missed that we haven't done enough of as well. That where we don't go out a lot because of the weather and because it's cold, we've stopped doing barefoot walking. And I think it's literally a necessity for every human that has ever existed to do grounding, to discharge all the shit we take on and all the irons we take on from technology and all the negative feelings, and just let the earth take it from you.
Another downside to a winter van life is using considerably more gas. So you basically use, what, double the amount of gas
Yeah, it's double.
than we did in the summer, which is fine, but obviously it costs us more money.
Because it's effing freezing, by the way.
Yeah.
We haven't worked out how to put on our timer for the heating, have we?
No.
So what does it feel like getting up at 4 a.m?
Yeah, so when I go up at 4, you can literally see my breath. Yeah, we have to wear extra blankets. We sleep in onesies. So that's been a lifesaver actually. Amy's mum got us these amazing onesies for Christmas. And we even asked them to have them earlier so we could make the most out of them. And yeah, they've been an absolute lifesaver. So we sleep in those, plus a duvet, plus like another blanket. Because you don't want to sleep with the heating on because it gets almost too hot. Because once the heating's on, it gets really toasty. But it's only, so I don't mind going to sleep when it's cold. It's only obviously waking up in the night and waking up in the morning at 4 when it's freezing.
Having to put your feet on that hardwood floor. We took our carpet away because it's just easier to keep clean without the carpet because we've got a cat. But putting your feet on that floor first thing in the morning.
Yeah, and also it being pitch black in the morning. That is not fun. Just waking up in the dark is just miserable. I mean, getting up at 4. I don't even know if it's light then in the summertime. I think it just starts to get light at 4 in peak summer. But yeah, it's just not ideal really.
So in the depths of winter, we'd wake up at 4, 5 or 6 depending. But it's dark till about 8 a.m. So you get up, it's dark, you go to work, it's dark. By 3 p.m, it's dark, and then you're stuck in like this little... I guess the thing is, we say we're stuck. We're not stuck. We could go out, we could go and do things, but we go to bed at 8, and you work evenings, or we're working evenings. So I guess same as everyone else in the fact you get up, it's dark, you go to work, it's dark, you leave work, it's dark. And that obviously affects your hormones, and you just want to snuggle up and do absolutely sweet FA the whole evening. But it just makes it a little bit harder again living in a 7-metre box and feeling it's very claustrophobic. So it goes back to space, I think, again, doesn't it? In the summer, when we finish work, we can go up to a beach, open the doors and play outside.
Just everything, just the sun, like, just makes everything so much better. Like, everything's way more enjoyable. Even if you're having a shit day, if the sun's out, doesn't matter, like you're having a great day.
This has got to be the best day, I think, since November last year. Funny that we're filming the winter video now. What a contrast, but I literally just feel like a new woman, like fresh air. I've missed the colour, nature as well. I've missed the colours of nature, like greens, or being able to step out and see green and see blue and yellow. They're like the 3 colours of happiness, I think. But just seeing those colours, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, being able to,
so nice.
Yeah, like being able to ground, being able to be near trees. Oh.
Which is hard. I mean, even in England is not a place to live. Like we always said, we don't think we'll be in England for the rest of our lives. And that's part of the reason we go travelling, to kind of find places we could see ourselves staying for a little while, because just the contrast of
colour, isn't it?
Weathers, and and also like even summer in England we don't really get a proper summer. It's not like you can rely on the seasons, because even in the summer it just pisses down with rain and it's miserable.
Yeah, so that good old SAD, seasonal affective disorder, which most of us in England get, that's rife, isn't it? I think that doesn't help. Hey buddy.
Okay.
Morning. I was just saying to Ollie that I really miss also saying good morning to people. I forgot, like, we actually haven't really interacted with anyone during the winter because we keeps coming back to this, but we shut ourselves in this box and then we just get on with it, and we are so actually isolated. We have isolated ourselves from people through this winter, and just walking, I forget when you walk You get the mornings and you just get to say good morning to strangers, and I love that.
Yeah, that is really nice. So I think that's the nice thing about the Philippines. Everyone's really friendly there. So we've got a lot of friendly faces and hellos and stuff. And yeah, then we come back to England and we're just cooped up and not really seeing anyone.
It's interacting, I guess, with different energies, isn't it? Like mixing it up a bit. Just washing off. We're now back in the van after our delightful walk around the lake, and the one other thing we didn't tell you about is power. So in summer it's solar powered all the time and we have never run out of battery. In winter it runs out pretty much every day because there is no solar power, so we have to turn on the engine and either drive or just stay idle for X amount of time to actually get some power, or every so often all the lights just switch off and the TVs just switch off and nothing works. But today we are getting solar power. Spring has finally sprung. Springs are sprungin'. Springs are sprungin'.
Springs are springing.
Springs are springin' and sprungin'. And life is changing. So what a glorious day this is. So hopefully that's over and now we can get a bit of solar so we don't have to waste diesel all the time. So that is our experience from our very first winter, and who knows, over time as you get used to it, it might not be such a big deal, but it was a bit of a shocker for us, especially with, again, the cost of heating gas going up double. If you want to know how much van life costs us through summer in the UK, check out this video here and it will tell you everything.